All right, there you go. I did it for you. Here we go. First, shout out for Rank, Scalping NQ, Steph. I saw Emp was doing that a little bit. We got Kratos and DraftKings and Nodos and Novo, a lot of names that we will end up looking at. Will Berkshire Hathaway pump or dump? For anyone who doesn't know and might have missed this, Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway did report earnings on yesterday around 9 a.m. Eastern. Let's go and take a look at that quickly. There really was not that much interesting in it. The cash pile has been something we were watching a lot. 344.1 billion, which is actually down from last quarter. 347.7 billion dollars. Top five holdings didn't change. They during the first 6 months of the year they bought 7.1 billion, sold 11.6 billion. So they were net, if you kind of do the math and back it out, they were net sellers of $3 billion worth of stock during Q2, which really isn't enough to change their largest holdings. So they're not really selling much of those. You can kind of dig in a little bit deeper on this thread on here. They took a $3.8 billion impairment charge on their Kraft Heinz stake. So my guess, actually, this is probably what's going to end up knocking Berkshire Hathaway down half a percentage point or something. Not that the market didn't already know that. We'll see. So after re-looking at this, I think the initial move on Berkshire Hathaway might end up being red. So much more interested in what Emp has to say. LOE probably limits on those wicks in long two for the record. Here we go, Emp. I know you were talking a little bit about what you were trading this morning, or sorry, within the last hour or two. What do the futures open look like for you? You make any trades?
Yeah, I started buying that dip down there on NQ.
You want to pull your screen
Basically
up
at
actually, if you
eight
could?
forties. Yeah, give me just a second here. See
Yeah,
if
no,
I
you're
can
good.
share
We
that
got.
over because I'm on
By the
like
way,
got too many things open.
no, I know, and he's gonna get the schedule up in a second, so get excited for that. He got these. Ooh, there we go.
Wrong
We got
button.
about 9 minutes until these 24-hour markets open anyway, so I am looking forward to that. We got Emp trying to share a screen. Boom.
Yeah, just want to at least real fast before I jump into the schedule stuff a little bit. Here's what we opened right here, and let me get my little highlighter tool here. This is where we opened and we moved down. And since then, we've made this nice little move up. We're holding the EMAs. If you look at versus Friday's action, this is the midpoint of Friday right here is the midpoint of Friday's action. We're coming right back up to test that kind of halfback. But we got bought up nicely, and I would expect us to come back up into here. When you look at the bigger picture of NQ, and you had a big move down. I mean, over 2 days, right? I mean, 4.5%. When you move that fast, that quickly, you're usually going to have some type of rubber band back. Even if we do continue lower, you should get some type of like relief bounce first. But this is a very interesting area that I'll highlight right here that we're bouncing off of. And if I go to ES, you'll see I've marked it already. We had a bottom here and an exact double bottom on Friday as well. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, going into this week, there's still a lot of stuff going on, but just from the technical aspect, ES with a possible double bottom on the daily, at least in the short term, maybe pop back up here to this area, retrace some of this candle down. Uh, Maybe we still continue lower, but I would expect something like this to happen first before you do like this. And that 50-day moving average is creeping up on us as well. So just a couple things to point out there real fast.
I appreciate you, Emp. I know you got a little bit of a busy time, but once these 24-hour markets to get through your stuff, and we're gonna have a nice good strum here. We got Johnny talking about deer, effed up, loaded up on deer. Can you check that out? We will check that out in 7 minutes once these stocks start to move. I
I
am
am
looking forward
long.
to that. You are long right
I
now?
am long John Deere.
NQ? Oh, long
Well,
John
I'm
Deere.
long right
Nothing
now
runs like
too.
a deer.
Yeah. No, I did buy. I bought John Deere down here around 500. It's come right back to where I am. Earnings will tell us a little bit more soon, but I mean, this looks like pretty healthy
I
consolidation
don't
so
see
far.
deer
We'll
on
see
the
what happens.
I don't see deer on the earnings calendar for this week.
It's like 2 weeks away. 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, 14th. So a little bit of time before. Well, we'll find out a lot more about the earnings when that does come up. But yeah, I don't. It was looking really good, and then this candle was bad. But also just keep in mind here, this candle right here that you see really big. this was also a big down day in the market as a whole. And a lot of times when you get a big down day in the market, what do people look to sell the most? They look to sell what they're up the most on, right? They'll take profits out of certain names that have run up a lot, and John Deere has made a pretty large run. I mean, it went from $400 to over $500. So I don't know. That's just something to remember. Any daily chart you look at, I mean, you can just go right back to your SPY daily chart and go, okay, well, this just happened in the last, this is a what 4% drawdown, 3.2% drawdown on SPY, and then the Nasdaq itself right at, I mean, 3.99, so right at a 4% drop in a, this was really just a 24-hour period, not even over 2 trading days, because we opened here in the morning and we'd made this low like pretty much early in the morning as well. So I mean, a
Is it bad?
4%
You
drawdown
said
in
this.
24 hours.
Yeah, we've pretty much only had good days recently. Like those type of mornings have been bought up over the last couple weeks and months. It doesn't mean really doesn't mean this market's that different. My lean is still we're in a bull market, but my head goes towards Apple. Apple really, it's bad time to have good numbers.
Yeah,
Unless
and
Monday,
like
you
that's a
never know.
completely fair, well, it's a completely fair point to make. Like
Well, also it
Apple
doesn't matter.
reported good numbers and just got, it just, it is what it is, right? Sometimes
Calls.
I can tell you this, in trading, this will happen a lot of times. You'll have a perfect setup on a name, but the broader market will make a pullback and your trade won't work out just because the market itself pulled back, not because your trade was a bad setup. Sometimes it just happens.
Sometimes it just happens, but if the market turns back, we start going the right way, as in my head, bullish up, then maybe Apple can make a little start that outperforming move. We shall see. All right, we got about 4 minutes now. I am looking forward to this. Listen. Like I said, we don't have the busiest of week on the macro calendar. We do have a lot of earnings, and I was looking through my Catalyst watch. There's one or two events also that we should be on the lookout for. We'll talk more about that as we go on. But Treasury Department will make a buyback announcement. There's a couple stuff around the Treasury and Federal Reserve and other stuff like that. A couple Fed presidents will be speaking this week again. The Bank of England will make a monetary decision, but that's kind of what we're talking about on the macro front is that part, which the market I don't think cares too much about. At least our U.S. market. So honestly, this Catalyst watch didn't have that much interesting. I don't know if traders are still watching these bond auctions at all. We have a couple this week. Let me actually share my screen again. And then once we're kind of getting to the point where we're getting to numbers, just quickly, we do have a bond auction this week. The 3-year, 10, and 30-year. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Have the markets still been moving around these bond auctions, Emp? Have you been watching that?
A little bit, honestly. They haven't moved a whole lot recently off of them. I mean, very like just some volatility when they come out, but really over the last probably 3-4 weeks, there really hasn't been that much reaction to them.
Gotcha. All right. Well, maybe maybe you just want to keep that on your radar. Like I was saying, this ISM, this U.S. services PMI and ISM services, these can move the markets a little bit. So you probably want to keep this on your radar for your traders. I said that a little weird. And then obviously initial jobless claims, the market likes to watch. But again, really not that much on this economic calendar, the earnings calendar. This is what we will be watching for the week. This is what you should be watching for tomorrow, going into the day on semiconductor, Wayfair, Tyson Foods, BioNTech. Couple names, Twist, which I know someone put in the chat. Frank put in the chat. Shout out Frank. So we'll look into that. And then tomorrow, I'm sure a lot of you guys are watching Palantir. Is Palantir a name that you guys are watching? I'm curious if this X crew on here is a fan of PLTR. So if you guys want to let me know. Zeta, by the way, you see that one right here? It's actually more popular than Snapchat. That's funny. Zeta
I
is
believe
going to
it.
be reporting earnings tomorrow.
It blew onto the scene. We were live on this space one night, and a
Bust.
couple of
They
our people
bussin'.
told us about it.
I know Melly and Axon though are also popular ones. Hymns. Tomorrow is actually
Melly is a
like the
core
FinTwit
holding of
favorite.
mine.
The core
Yeah,
four.
that is, yeah. So it's funny, those first two, Palantir and Hims, I think are got to be your top two FinTwit like favorites right now, outside of like
Upscale
Mag Seven,
Joey.
obviously.
Not a Palantir guy.
But Mercado Libre is a core. It's my second largest holding, and I'm very, very interested to see if they continue their growth numbers.
All right, let's get the Apple and the Nvidia. We are a second away. You know, I love me some futures, I guess, but the 24-hour market's opening up. This is when the stock market is back. I am excited. I hope, whatever happens this week, you guys make money. Looks like we got some candles starting to opening up. Nvidia, I think we maybe have to give it a second or two here to start to move, because I don't think Nvidia is starting the day down 2.7%. Let me check somewhere else. I may even need to have to give it like a refresh, because I'm getting a nice wick up here on something.
I have it at break even on NVIDIA.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see if we get a refresh there.
Yep, there we go. There's QQQ up 0.18,
There we go.
basically 0.2 up $1.
All right, I got it on the screen now. I got it on the screen now. Nvidia down 0.2, Apple down 0.3. Let's run through a couple more of them. Tesla, we got up 0.1. Amazon also just reported earnings. That one is up 0.2. Meta. Let's get these both to be the same chart. I kind of like a 1 hour for this, maybe. Let's give that a check. 1 hour. 1 hour. All right. Not a bad move for Meta. Big Melly guy. We'll take our way in that direction. Not really moving. PLTR. This one is coming into earnings, up 1.1%. Let's go through a couple of the chat. UNH, and let's actually go all the way to the top. UNH and MSTR. UNH. My guess is actually my guess was going to be for MSTR. That was going to be down based on the Bitcoin move, up 1.4%. UNH, this has become an interesting one that people are watching. 238 is where this one is. And guys, this is like the first tick on 24-hour markets. Asia markets are opening up, but you never know. I wouldn't put too much weight into this. Then we got Tesla and Kratos. Tesla is what we got asked here. By the way, I'm going through some of what you guys requested. So throw what you guys want us to look at in the chat. Kratos, Tesla there. Sorry, I don't know if Kratos is going to trade in the 24-hour markets. That one's opening up down 0.4%. Then we got Dodgers fan, DraftKings. Let's go Mets, but I'll look at your stock. And then Novo Nordisk. I don't know if that one will trade as well. No, my guess was Novo Nordisk. Up 1.7%. Does this trade in the 24-hour markets? It looks like it does. Yeah. Then we had DKNG. DraftKings down 0.3%. All right, here we go. AMD, Zeta, Rivian, Novo. Shout out Jared. I've seen him in a couple chats. I appreciate you, sir. And we were just talking about AMD, and let's talk about Zeta. Zeta up 0.1%. Let me double check what my cost basis on this one, because I did add a little bit. Shout out to Emp. If you guys are fans of the spaces we do throughout the week, the Wolf calendar is going up right now. So if you want to see what spaces will be coming out, go check out the Wolf Finance account. Zeta, my cost basis is $16.20. There we go. You'll love to see it at $15.10. Let's add this on here. 9 horizontal array. 1620. I probably would have bought it probably further back. I think I can name these lines too, but I just don't know how to do that at this point. I don't want to go around more. Zeta, I think you said Rivian, and we just looked up Novo. Rivian, that is up 0.3%. And then shout out to Kit on YouTube. I appreciate the YouTube squad. Robinhood, what is that one doing? And then we also got Berkshire Hathaway to look at.
Don't a lot of those report this week? Rivian and AMD, and
yeah,
I think a lot of them report on Tuesday. I think.
That might have been when we were having the earnings. That might have been the earnings when we were having an earnings talk. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
What are you watching? That's out. I'm curious as Rivian starts to project they're going to start making money.
Berkshire Hathaway though down 1.5. That is a dumper for them.
I just bought some the other day.
Hey, well, you can buy more at a discount.
Probably will, honestly.
Fans are excited. Yeah, let's make sure I sent this out. Sorry, I want to make sure I put this tweet. Nice. For anyone who doesn't know, if you guys are watching this X stream, there is a live chat on X. You have to click in, and either it's on the bottom right of your screen or somewhere, but you can put a live chat and let me know what stocks that you guys want us to look at. That is how we are finding the names that I'm pulling up on the screen and everything like that. But Robinhood and Berkshire Hathaway down 1.6%. Then we got Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. And then Twist, Frank, which has earnings tomorrow. So let's look at Deere and then Twist. Deere probably, I don't know. There's no movement there. Neither of these have any movement.
A
That could
lot
just
of
be.
those names aren't going to be liquid enough to move in 24-hour markets.
I think Deere. I thought Deere would. Like Caterpillar, nothing there. UNH we
I just
talked
know
about.
from watching
Hood.
pre-market and after hours, they don't usually move much.
A lot of you guys want us to look at Hood, which is up 1%. Are there any big movers you're looking at or seeing? Eli Lilly was brought up. Shout out to Professor. Thank you, sir. Shout out Jarrett. We appreciate you. Yeah, Eli Lilly. Up 0.4%. Nice, not bad. I was buying
See
some Eli Lilly this week.
CrowdStrike.
I'll take a look
CrowdStrike's
in a
up
second.
0.7.
I will take a look in a second when I get to the chat. Eli Lilly, what did I buy this at this week? I might have done some adding at points. I did some buying on Friday, just in general. And then Eli Lilly was one of the names. 763 is what I bought at this week. I bought a little at 804. Actually, I bought 804 last week and 786 the week before. I've just been buying one share a week, basically. So I'm down. Maybe I'll continue that week. Should I buy another share of Eli Lilly this week? Emp, what do you think? And then Chad, I want your thoughts. Does TLT move in the overnights?
I would say how much Eli Lilly.
Oracle?
That's tough. Under all its
You're
daily
good.
moving averages, I would
I'm not talking
probably.
about trade.
No, I'm just saying it's not a bad spot to accumulate, assuming they're
Arbutus
not going to get
Pharmaceutical.
hit with all this pharma fighting that Trump's doing.
Viking Therapeutics is what you want us to look at. BKTX. Someone, was it Scott Redler who talked about this one?
That one's been talked about a lot. I know a lot of FinTwit follows that name as well, the Viking Therapeutics.
Right. There we go. That is through all the requests in the chat of the first couple names. Is it going to run on earnings? We'll see. I mean, I'm buying some Eli Lilly, but we got some people who don't believe so. And maybe throughout the week we'll get some of our friends who come on who look at more of the fundamentals on it, and they can give us some of their thoughts. That was a lot of the stocks you guys were looking at. Let me scroll through some of the names that I have on my radar, and then we will see where we at. I want to dig through the let's pull up Apple again. I want to dig through the Catalyst Watch. I want to dig through the Earnings Hub, and then we'll see where we're at coming out of it. Grab was one that I was adding to a little bit. I know this is another FinTwit name, 488. Cost basis, they had earnings on Friday or something last week. Maybe it was Thursday night. My cost basis on Grab is 489. So we're hanging out right there. I might have done something stupid, but we'll talk about that in a second. Zeta. I got my one share of Figma from the shout out Robinhood. Where is this one at? Down 4.5. Okay. RKT. BMBL. This is Hamid name. You guys know Hamid. He's been coming on the show. Not moving. This was one I was interested in adding. A little PayPal at 67. SoFi. What's this one doing? 2.28 had a fat wick. I can't lie. I've been adding a little bit of SoFi in my portfolio recently. What is my SoFi cost basis? I think it's not going to be horrible. This is one of the names I've been adding in the long-term portfolio as well. I'm also not the expert. I have no idea. But SoFi 2127, my cost basis is 2101. So we're hanging out right around there. These are two names that I find intriguing right now. NTNX and Meta. Meta with those monster earnings. Up 0.4% in after hours. I wanted to go through and show you guys this. You can actually go here. Look at this. I used the one from last week. Meta advertising. I thought I did another one. Daily active users. 3.5 billion people use a Meta product every single day. That is 8 out of 8.2 billion. 43% of the world's population use a Meta product, and I believe this grew by like 6% year over year. So they have not reached that saturation yet.
So like not only is almost half the world using a Meta product, but then to still be growing that at 6% is incredible.
Yeah. It is insane, right? Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think NTNX is going to be moving at all. That's probably gonna be thinly traded at this point. Then we got Oklo. What is the Oklo doing? What is that nuclear trade going on? Nuclear up 2.5%. Oklo 78. All right. What's the? Jesus, when did this IPO? A year ago. All right. Let's get this back to where we want it. I need to move this. 1 month, 1 hour. Okay. Oklo, SMCI, 783 calls, basically free. SMCI, let's see this one. I'm a big fan of Meta. I don't have calls in it right now. The only calls I have right now, for the record, we'll see. Maybe I get into some more this week after that move on Friday. I have an Apple 230 call expiring 9/19. It's actually down a good bit off of what it was. It's at 85 cents right now. I got in at $2, so down a nice chunk there. Then I have an NVIDIA 220 strike call for January 16th. I bought this a little bit while ago. My cost base is $493. Those are at $555 right now. Those are the only calls I have going into this week. SMCI is up 0.5%. Waiting for Salesforce to do something. I love that company. CRM. I know Paper Gains has been talking about this one a lot, trading it. Truthfully, it's done nothing but me dirty over the last couple of weeks, so I am not currently trading Salesforce at this point, but I know it's a good company. Sunrun, and what was the name you talked about? I think it was Net or Cloudflare. It was just the same one.
CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike. Ooh, I do own some CrowdStrike. I like that better than Net. Up 0.3, little move there. Sunrun not
It
moving.
pulled back. It was at the top of the wick when I saw it.
Google. Google.
I will say this: the QQQ is pushing up in NQ to
Centrus Energy. We got
new
stock
overnight
talk
highs.
going. Vermont God, you stock talk weekly. You a stocks on Spaces fan? LEU down 2.4%. Unfortunately, yeah, we got you. Energy transfer.
Stock talk got me on
boy.
that Genius Sports one though. I did buy that.
Yeah,
one.
I'm in a GNI. Yeah. What's my GENI cost basis?
Did you see where Disney or ESPN/Disney bought the Red Zone stuff?
Yeah, I didn't see into the full deal. This weekend was quite the whirlwind for me. NFL deals, Red Zone, NFL media assets, ESPN, and Blockbuster deal, $1 billion agreement. We can get to the article up. Give me a second. We'll look in this a little. That is something I want to talk about. Let me make a note of that Disney ESPN deal. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw it in the YouTube description, so that it kind of adds to a little thing. Yo. I love that idea. Can you talk for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're good. I guess
I don't know how much my background's coming through. But no, I think it's a very interesting week coming up. When I look at what we have coming down the pipe at us, yeah, we got through the Mag 7 earnings, but there's still a lot more earnings to report. We finally had a little pullback in the market. I'm just super interested to see how aggressive these dip buyers are. We've talked about how these dip buyers have been offsides chasing this market since the lows. And I'm curious whether if they're going to try to step in here pretty quickly, or if they're going to wait maybe for the all-time highs in February that we had across the market to see that back test and then step back into things. I think it's going to be a very interesting week. And within that, you've got a lot of very popular names that are going to start reporting. That's because you're not a trader. I was just reading some of the comments. And your thoughts, does it look like a good time to add to financial? Bank of America. Yeah, I'm actually curious what the XLF chart looks like. It was kind of an ugly pullback, a little bit bigger even than the market. Yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on the banks. I don't think you really want to bet against the big banks. I mean, Jamie Dimon is not buying his own stock back, but it seems like everyone else is continuing to stay long and buy dips on the big banks at least. So I'll definitely throw in that piece. One thing we didn't mention was crypto here. Uh, and I'm not a huge crypto person, but I do pay attention to like what the chart's doing, and there's definitely, some trades to be had there around that space. But just Bitcoin itself, obviously we saw a pretty rough weekend for Bitcoin. It went sideways for, gosh, I don't know how many days it was. I think it was about, yeah, 20 days. So basically 3 weeks of sideways on Bitcoin. It pulled back and it actually hit right at the previous high that we made back in May, that previous new all-time high, bounced exactly on this 112. It also bounced on the 50-day moving average, which has been a very strong bounce point for Bitcoin. Now, does it just come right back up and back test that consolidation and reject? Very possibly. But I do want to put that on people's radar. If you are paying attention to crypto, we have a bullish engulfing day basically it just ended on Bitcoin right off the 50-day moving average and right off the previous all-time high. If you're a trader, you're looking at that licking your chops a little bit. So just want to point that out. Yeah, Evan's got it on his chart there. If you raise that line to 112, which was the high on the 22nd of May, which was the new all-time high we made, kind of right
So,
there.
yeah.
Yep. And we're getting an exact bounce off of there. I know you don't have moving averages on your chart, but one of the most basic TA moving averages is just a simple 50-day moving average. 50 days of price action. What's the average price there? It's moving in the upward direction, obviously, and we have two bounces, two bottom wicks right off of that 50-day moving average yesterday and essentially today. Your daily candle for Sunday just closed, so it's got tomorrow's candle is now currently opening actually because of the timing of it. But either way, I want to put that on people's radar. Bitcoin getting a little bounce here. It's up to just over 114 right now, so a $2,000 bounce off of that low, that previous all-time high, and that
Boom.
50-day moving average.
Gonna be a good day, Tater. Yeah, since the 24-hour market's open, that first pop, my portfolio was up to 0.2%, and then I'm up to 0.4% right now. So we got the simple moving average on here now. You like how I got the perplexity to do it? Boom, boom. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, look at that bounce. You see it?
Kind of have a chart. 2-month outlook on coin and UNH. Coinbase off the earnings, which the market didn't love, up 1.6% though in the 24-hour markets. Okay, and then UNH. I mean, these are tough names. That's not something you can give a good answer to. And the technicals, there's no technicals that's going to tell you to buy UNH. So I don't think that's anything we
No.
can really answer here. Let's play
UNH.
some.
God, UNH looks like it's going to go visit COVID lows. If I just looking at the chart, it looks like it's going sub 200 and like peak around that area. Just looking at the chart, it could stop here.
I mean, we're at
Just
this
what I
point
see.
here.
188, I think, is COVID lows if I remember correctly.
Like there's this 197 is what's this level? Is this COVID lows right here? Yeah, okay. So there's the body and the wick, really. So 188, 197, you break below that, like, I mean, you're just playing a game of where are we going to catch this knife. But, I mean, I guess if it holds that level, that, there, I mean, actually this is a gap that I'm sure one day I'm going to hear nonstop about this UNH gap from 339 to 379. We are going to nonstop hear about this gap. Maybe one day if you guys are lucky, or you'll never hear about it again. UNH is dead, and we'll see. But if we're going up, this is probably a level some of you guys are going to take a trade at. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of work that's been done here, and sometimes that's not the worst place to chop around. Like 227. Maybe get a wick down to like 200 and that's it, but I don't know. We're dumpster diving.
I mean, my point would be that first off, you are kind of dumpster diving, but the second thing would be you're talking about a massive company that has lost what half of its value or more. If you get a long term time perspective, I mean, it's up to you. Do you think that UNH is going to turn things around, right the ship? More times than not, that is the case, and it's on sale. If you liked it, that's the other thing. If you liked it at 300, you should love it at 250 or 200. If your thesis hasn't changed.
This Coinbase chart still actually doesn't look bad. This one looks a little different when we're looking at this long of a term.
The Coinbase thing that bothers me is the numbers were not good. I don't know if there's any way you can spin that the numbers were good. I think it got way over its skis with the Genius stuff going on. The numbers to me, I mean, missing on like your trading revenue and stuff, that piece really, really bothers me. But I like it long term still. I'm just like, okay, I want to buy a dip somewhere, but I don't know that it's just going to be immediately done dipping based on the quarter they just reported.
Yeet. I mean, it still looks like it can still move a decent bit lower and on the long term being like a relatively bullish trend. It looks like if it chopped sideways for a quarter and was able to hold some of these levels and then had some good numbers off of it, this is one that looks a little bit more constructive. What do you want? Let's zoom in. That was a huge gap. All right, no, I won't do this to you guys. Let's get off this. 1 hour. Apple at 0.29%. All right. From what I've seen, energy and defense up. Joby Kratos, Fluence Energy.
We did hit that midpoint here on Q for a Friday's range here on this little retracement that we're working on. Same with ES, exactly to the top of this wick is the midpoint of Friday's range.
Oh, Fluence as well. What's this one? FLNC. Interesting. I do not know this one really. All right. I want to run through some of the earnings this week because when we're looking through the Catalyst Watch, there isn't that much on here that I'm like, oh, this is what we got to look into. Besides this, the earnings calendar. Oh. So let's pull up Earnings Hub. Let's dig through some of these earnings on what we are watching. Let's go day by day first. This is filtered by popular. If I filter it by like $1 billion plus, there are a lot of names that are reporting earnings. So we're not going to dig into every single one of them. I'm probably going to keep us on popular. If there are any names that you guys are watching this week that are reporting and you want us to dig in, we can do that. Just let me know in the chat. Starting out, like we were saying today, Palantir, Hims, Mercado Libre, Axon, all reporting earnings tomorrow. We actually have a couple other interesting ones in the morning as well. So if we dig in here, which will show you top and bottom line what is expected. I don't want to dig too far into any of these ones. I have not heard anyone in the chat say that they are interested in those ones. Okay. Palantir, Hims, Mercado Libre, Axon. These are some FinTwit favorites. We got Palantir reports earnings at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Wall Street is expecting 12 cents on EPS, 940 million on revenue. If we look at the same quarter last year, they reported $634 million of revenue and 8 cents of EPS. Quick water sip. I'm surprised on the earnings sub score. This is where they're at. So this is like a little. I mean, it's just going to go through and tells you revenue growth, EPS growth. So this is a little bit of how fast the company's growing. Price to earnings, price to sales. Okay, valuation here, 334 price to earnings. There you go. And then just kind of bring it together. You can see some of examples of like what stocks are in each. CrowdStrike, Wayfair, Grab, etc. Really high in this valuation. Some of the low ones. What else is really high in the growth? Revenue growth rate, LEU, Centrus Energy. There you go. That's funny. Oscar Health, Micron. Surprised to see XPeng there. I got distracted though. Interesting. So that was Palantir. HIMS earnings incoming. Ooh, HIMS with an A score. I do have ADHD confirmed. 7.88 price to sales. Okay. HIMS, Wall Street's expecting 21 cents, 552 million. Same quarter last year, they reported, this is Q2, they reported 315 and 6 cents. So that's a nice growth there. Mercado Libre, you guys can see what's expected there. This is the Q2, same quarter last year. So 5.07 billion is what they reported last year. 6.57 is what's expected. 10.48 is what they reported last year. 11.94 on EPS. And then Axon.
Their growth is so incredible if you look at the visual of it.
I can actually
Yeah,
do
but
that. Watch this. Let's get this. Should I switch over screens? Bang. I was doing a post earlier, so we'll get off this. Melly. Oop, the wrong one. There we go. And then segments and KPIs. What do you want? Total revenue? Hey, yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Look at that. Whoa. It's one of my favorite companies by far. I'm super excited for this one.
It just looks so bad like this. I don't know why it looks like this. It feels weird. But yeah, this is the Mercado
You went back
Libre
too far.
revenue growth. Oh, well.
I like going quarter by quarter on this and then going out like 5 years back.
Quarterly. And then we total revenue. Yeah, they're like 656. They were doing like $700 million in 2020. So that is some pretty impressive numbers there. Fair enough.
For those that don't know, Mercado Libre is like your Amazon of Latin America. So it's literally like Amazon. They also have banking involved. They have online digital banking. They have all your payment, like point of sale processors for small businesses as well. So there's a whole bunch of buckets that they check. And then also just like Amazon, everything that you buy and sell online, a lot of people are using Mercado Libre to do that in Latin America.
All right, I see some SMCI questions. Let's go to Tuesday earnings. In the morning, Pfizer, Caterpillar, Lemonade, RXRX, that's GoodRx or something? Recursion Pharmaceuticals. I can see it there. Interesting. BP, Marriott, bunch of names. Pfizer and Caterpillar are the ones that I'm kind of, I know not much of Wall Street, or not Wall Street will be, not much of the people in here are. Interesting. They have an A earnings sub score. They have A and Bs in most stuff. I think people just hate the medical stuff. And obviously, President Trump sent them all those letters recently. So that's probably going to be an overhang. Caterpillar. What's Caterpillar doing? Oh, I mean, Caterpillar's been freaking strong. All right. I don't see how Caterpillar comes in and beats and raises and does the whole thing.
Yeah, when I think about
Look left.
industrials, I think about them as the main beneficiary of AI. I think they're just going to make way more money. All those big Honeywell, Deere, Caterpillar, all of them.
All right, let's take a look at some of these comments quickly, though, before I keep going. Long-term Sniper wants us to look at Oscar. Carrie, what do you think about SMCI? We'll get to that in a second. Shopify. Does that have earnings this week on here? I believe it might be on this calendar somewhere. AB&B you're looking at. Shout out Jared again. I think medical stuff will do good this week. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I want to see how those letters end up playing out. I don't, like I said, I've been buying a little bit of Eli Lilly. I do consider them to be a little bit different than some of the other healthcare space, but we shall see. The Tuesday afternoon, look at this. We got a lot of names you care about. AMD, Super Micro, which you were talking about, Arista, Rivian, ALab, Upstart, Toast, Zeta, Lucid, Snapchat, etc. I won't lie to you guys, I have not spent the time digging that deeply into SMCI. I do really like the data center theme. It's something that I very much want to be invested in. The reason I haven't gone super deep into SMCI, I feel like, is the obvious thing you're going to hear from it. I just don't want to have to deal with all the accounting problems and potential. What is or isn't there, I don't know. But I don't know. I think there's ways to play the same theme that you don't have to be worrying about that. So that's the direction that I go, but I still do cover it because I know it's a name that a lot of you watch. And then when you look at it like this is what the revenue chart looks like. Q3 2021, 895, then 1 billion in these last couple quarters, 5.94 billion, 5.7 billion, 4.6 billion. So some really strong growth there. EPS numbers doing pretty good as well, except for this last quarter, 31 cents. Intriguing. I do get why people are in the name. It looks fantastic. Yeah, but and that but is something that I don't want to be a part of. But I do get why people do like that name. Yeah, any thoughts? You trade SMCI at all?
I kind of just don't touch it. Like it's one of those things where I feel like it's like a coin flip type of thing. I just don't like coin flips. I don't know what's going on with their numbers and reporting pieces of things. I do know that they are a legitimate business that's obviously used in a lot of things. I do know that they've also been kind of pulled some orders pulled back from them. I know last quarter they said some stuff that didn't sound too great on their booking stuff. So I'm just no thank you type of scenario, but I understand why people are still in it. I just to me it has a little bit too much like tarnish on it, and so I'll just stick with things that I like better.
All right. AMD. Wall Street is expecting revenue of 7.42 billion, EPS of 40 cents. Same quarter last year, 5.869 cents.
Now
Kappa.
this one
Some
might be one
decent
of the most
revenue
interesting
growth.
ones of the whole week. When you think about the move that it's making and people starting to like show it a lot of love again, where are the numbers at and what does Lisa Su say about the outlook? That is very, very interesting to me this week with AMD.
We were talking about this gap fill a lot, like to like right here. And then once it made that move, I know we were saying like, okay, trade's done. We were playing this. By we, I mean I was talking with Paper a lot about this. So I was surprised when it kept moving up. This feels like more the level where I'm actually more okay with it going into earnings, and uh, I would be worried closer to like 190, which I thought there still is a chance that happens. But yeah, it's tough. The data center theme is clearly very, very strong. As we were talking about the SMCI, all these fundamentals are going to be extremely strong. It's who can capitalize on it. Can you take the piece away from Nvidia? I don't know. We'll see. It seems like AMD is pretty direct competitor there, but there's also a lot of semiconductor names that are able to win in a more indirect way, or like an ancillary way, or creating different ecosystems type of thing. The Broadcoms of the world, etc. I know Google's using them a lot. So Google's success, Google, the most profitable company in the world. That's not bad. Shopify for them to be using your products. And yeah, okay. Let's stop the ADHD. Shopify, does that have earnings this week? I don't see it on here. Did they report last week? August 6th. It is on
The
here.
Wednesday the 6th
Oh, there it is.
in
It's
the
in the
morning.
morning. There you go. Okay. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Arista Networks, Rivian, ALab, Upstart. We were
Toast is
told
another one that I
Rivian is
like a
one that
lot.
looking like Toast. Yeah. I don't know. Payment
Toast
processors.
does like your restaurant systems. It's payment
POS.
processing, but they also integrate a lot of things in. A lot of it makes it easy for DoorDash and Uber Eats to connect with the restaurants. I just think they're doing very well. I've used them before, so like I'm familiar with the actual product, and I'm a fan. I have a little Toast position. I can't remember. Take a look. I may have
sold out
taken
of
some
my
profit on it.
I sold out of my A-Lab spec as well after that moved up from like 80 to like 140. I might have sold out like 130. They have earnings on Tuesday after the close. If it rips without me, that is okay. Wall Street's expecting 172 million. What's the same quarter last year? 76. Nice growth. Now it has, I don't know why there's a revenue score, but it has a 123 PE. So we'll see if it can move into that growth. Upstart loses Snapchat and Zeta. $296 million of revenue. What's Wall Street expecting? 227 is what they reported last year. 13 cents. 26 cents. It's actually not that crazy. Wednesday morning. Look at the Wix and Energy logo. It kind of feels like they fit together. Wix and Energy. But I am excited for Wednesday morning. Shopify. This name, computer's about to die. Come on, charger. There we go. Shopify down about 0.5% in the pre-market. Wall Street's expecting 2.54 billion, 25 cents. 2.5 billion this one, 2.05 last one, not bad. What's this? Gotcha. All right. So decent growth there for Shopify stock. Let's look left a little bit. Ooh. Shopify's at an interesting level. Like if it wanted to break above this, you never know, but yeah, no, you can whenever you want to do it. That is you. But Shopify, interesting. McDonald's, a cheeky Macca's, 6.71 billion, same quarter last year. Now this is their Q2, same quarter last year, 6.5 billion. A little bit of growth actually for a McDonald's. What's the score? PE of 25, growth of negative 0.26. That will return to a little bit of growth probably. But they need to get above 2% to get out of this. EPS growth. Yeah, this doesn't look that great on McDonald's. Any of you guys in a little cheeky Macca's stock? McDonald's? Uber,
It's one I've just always stayed away
10.7 billion,
from.
same quarter last year. A revenue of 12.5 billion is what Wall Street is expecting this quarter. You stay away from McDonald's?
Yeah, I do have Uber though. I like Uber.
Yeah, they look a little better on this earnings hub score for them. This isn't the end all be all. 17% revenue growth. EPS probably inflection there from positive to negative. Is that what happens? No, but like just growing.
I think it was about a year ago when that happened. They were finally. I think they became profitable. Maybe at least a year ago.
We got some Disney earnings. Wall Street is expecting $23.7 billion. They're expecting EPS of $1.45. Same quarter last year, which again, Q3, interesting. 23.2, $1.39. So a little growth, small wins, small dubs. Disney stock is basically, if you go to like the all-time chart, I mean, goddamn. Although you break above this like 125 range, I mean, who knows what we can do? But there is definitely, this is not a good chart for your this to be the last decade and a half, 2 decades. This is 2 decades. This is not good. It's been trapped in a range. A long way to get to those all-time highs. That is not even close to insight. Disney stock, though. This is a name that I own. I own a decent chunk of Disney for a while. The stock market news cost basis on Disney is 95. Not horrible. So I bought somewhere in this range. I think I had owned somewhere around, like probably around like here is where I would have bought originally, and then more here, or like here originally, and then more here. We shall see. Or I can look a little bit later. I'll let you know.
Disney loves to ping pong back and forth from like $80 to 120. Just ping pong.
I think we're going to wait till after earnings to buy more AMD. That is fair. I just don't run to buy AMD here. 100%. Pins. You commented about pins twice. pins. Market looking strong recently. Do they have earnings this week? August 7th. Yes, they do. There we go. We'll look at them in a second. We shall look at them in a second. Okay, Disney. We'll talk more about that in the week. Oscar Health. While she's expecting $2.93 or so $2.93 billion. Same quarter last year was $2.22 billion. I would have expected a little bit more revenue growth. But Wall Street is the earnings have score is a fan of this one. 54% revenue growth. Price of sales not bad. PE at 50-ish. Interesting. Okay. Oscar, we'll dig in more into that as we go throughout the week. Unity Software. And this one. These are the two that I'm watching. Well, really, honestly, if I gave you the full transparency, I don't care that much about DraftKings, but I know you guys do. Same thing with IonQ. AppLovin is one they're talking about getting into the market. There is something happening with an acquisition this week. I believe the 8th is when another company will be getting added to the S&P 500. Hood, App, etc. are going to get a lot of stories around that one. Airbnb. This is a name that I am a fan of. What's up?
I was actually going to mention that same thing, that we may get another inclusion because who was it? Somebody got absorbed.
I'd have to go in and look. I just know people are talking about it. Muhammad looking at Oscar. Aaron looking at Hims.
I like DraftKings and I like Airbnb both. I am interested in both of those. It's like I have a lot of Mag 7s obviously in my portfolio, but then like this week there's a lot of names that I own that are reporting that I'm sitting here very interested in. Airbnb has rejected the same spot like 99 times at this point, right in that 150 range. So it's like where it's at some point I think it's gonna explode through this, but until it does, it's just like I don't know. It's almost like dead money. Now my cost basis is much lower, so I'm good. But man, and then DraftKings, you mentioned not liking DraftKings. I think DraftKings is going to incorporate a little bit more of the prediction markets at some point and stop just like paying so much per user acquisition. And I think it'll continue to grow. I think sports betting has a big upside to it as a general. So DraftKings is my favorite one in that space that we can trade.
Decent revenue growth there. IonQ, AppLovin.
I saw Mega Bull mentioned MP Materials. I didn't realize they were reporting this week. Maybe a little bit too small, but the rare earth thing there it is right there. Yeah, the rare earth theme just continues to be a very hot theme, and apparently they're not going to be the only ones that are a beneficiary of this. We heard that earlier this week on the news. I remember one day on Stocks and Spaces that was calling that out, but the just the whole sector, apparently these rare earth materials are going to continue to get a lot of love from the government.
Apple was touting their deal with MP Materials. It's just hard to say. I actually don't know how I feel about curses on here. It's hard to say at these levels.
It just doubled like in the last month.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is like
it's tough.
A lot of good stuff is happening. Yeah, I don't have much to add on that one. Mega Bull, it could definitely be a theme that continues if the market stays hot. They are getting like there are certain companies that are 2xing for nothing. There are certain companies that are 2xing with some solid headlines. That definitely feels like one of them. Ballard Energy. It feels like a small stock I have heard of before. EMP. We did have those Berkshire Hathaway earnings over the weekend. As you guys don't know, we talked about this a little bit at the start of the stream, but let's talk through it again. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway reported earnings this weekend. Their cash pile decreased $344.1 billion. $344.7 billion is how much cash they had last quarter. They did not make any changes to their top 5 largest holdings. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway ended Q2 owning $243.6 billion of U.S. treasuries. Big numbers going on there. Investment in equity securities was $271 billion at the start of the year. Now it's $267.9 billion now. They were a net seller of stocks during the quarter, though. They net sold $3 billion. But when you have $267 billion worth of stock, that isn't that large of a move. But so far this year, they've bought $7.1 billion worth and sold $11.6 billion worth. They held $15.1 billion of fixed income assets. And then this was the big story. This is part of the reason why Berkshire Hathaway is going down here. Empin, you should get the website up. Berkshire Hathaway is down 1.6% in here. And I believe the majority of that reason is going to be around this impairment charge that they took, which I am seeing showing off right here. Other than temporary impairment of investment in Kraft Heinz, I wonder if this stock is also even down itself. It's up 1.2% in the pre-market, but you could see why they had to take a write down. And if you even look at where they ended up getting in, and I think it was something closer to here, or it was the open. This was a merger that Warren Buffett helped create. So not been going well for them. They took an impairment charge there. One of the things that I want you guys to also, or at least be on the radar, is a company that we're working with. Just quick advertising here. We want to do content, everything here for free. We're always going to be here for free. And I appreciate you guys. But yeah, and one of the ways that we can do that is by working with awesome companies. And one of the companies that we are working with is VistaShares. They have some very interesting products out there. And one of them, Emp, if you can go over to the OMAH one, this is one of their products that they do have. It's kind of centered around Warren Buffett. And if you go over to where the AUM section is, you can see it was around like 450 or something like that $billion, $420 billion. It is gaining some interest. You guys should do a little bit research into it. Basically, the concept is they are taking the 15 largest holdings. They are taking the 15 largest holdings of Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, and then also adding in Berkshire Hathaway as well. And then they are doing like a covered call strategy on it. They are targeting 15% income. They're kind of conscious if you can invest with Warren Buffett with a little bit of income. So you guys could go take a look into it. The ETF name is OMAH. I just put that in the chat. So you guys could go in, check that out if you want. If it's not right for you, that is totally okay. Hopefully your time spent there was well. They also have a couple other products, AIS, which is a AI super cycle ETF. Their kind of concept there, they are working with John McNeil, who's a former Tesla general manager. He worked at Tesla. Look up John McNeil. They also are working with Suni Madra, who is the head of Grok, GROQ. They are building data centers in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. So, and what that ETF is a big picks and shovel play of the AIS, of the AI data center play. QUSA, Wild, take a look into those as well. But we appreciate VistaShares for working with the squad. Shout out to Vista. OMAH, I got it up on the screen there like you guys could see. QUSA, AIS is one that I'm a fan of. And then Wild is a 2x1 where they're kind of transitioning in a couple stocks. But shout out to VistaShares. We appreciate them for working with the squad.
Omaha.
Our goal is not to tell you guys to go in and buy something, never, but we just want to put stuff on your radar. And we appreciate the companies that allow us to do what we do and keep everything free. Shout out to them. OMAH. Let's see. And then AIS is also one that I am in a little bit. AIS. These aren't going to trade in the 24-hour markets, but they're looking pretty good. AIS running above. OMAH down a little bit, but this is actually the 15-minute chart. It's probably going to be down a little bit with this Berkshire Hathaway move. Yeah, not bad there, but there's also a 15% income on top of that. Nice. All right, let's look through a couple more of these concepts. What were you saying? All right. Dan said, research Ballard Energy. What does your program say? This might be a video and not live, not answering questions. Answer, please. Already read it? Are you live?
What are we?
What is up, Dan? We are live in the chat. You did talk about, what was this one? Ballard Energy. Ballard Power
Something
Systems.
about an SEC filing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's probably a little. Pinterest big opportunity. CM, you've been talking about this for a while, and we didn't go into it. We kind of stopped midway through. let's continue on these earnings. If you guys couldn't tell, I do have ADHD. So these live streams can be a whirlwind sometimes. But this is what it's like for me all the time, you know? So 14.66 billion is what's expected on revenue for Eli Lilly. Damn, that's some strong growth there. %36 revenue growth. Geez, 55 PE. Fair enough. Celsius. Do people still care about Celsius? I know it's making a little bit of a comeback. 401 million in revenue
little
same
bit.
quarter last year.
If you look at the chart on Celsius, like it took it long enough for people to start forgetting about it, but it's doubled off the low. Yeah, 112% off the low right now from just back in February.
Nice D-Dog.
D-Dog.
Peloton.
Hey, Crocs, your favorite shoes.
Jeez. Crocs are popular now. Lunar.
They're popular. The chart's not doing good.
TTD. All right, here we go. Thursday afternoon, we got a couple names. Wall Street. I don't know why SoundHound's there. TTD. And there was another one there I was interested in. Rocket Lab.
Futures are a little rippy right now, by the way.
QQ up 0.3%. Let's get this down to the 5 minutes. I'm tired too, by the way, so I don't know how much of a full on. Maybe only 1 or 2 games of GeoGuessr after. TTD is up 0.5% though.
I was just watching the futures push to that midpoint, head for the golden retrace here, 0.3%.
Wall Street's expecting 685 million on TTD, which would not be a new record high, but would be nice growth over the same quarter last year, 585 million. I could look there. Rocket Lab, this quarter, this company does have revenue. $135 million is what Wall Street is expecting. Took a lot to get out there. $132 million is what the record high was. A nice growth. 106 from the same quarter last year. What?
The just the revenue, 154 million.
Yeah, not bad. No, not bad. I was thinking less. Rocket Lab, XYZ, 6.3. This company is. Ooh, I mean that would be a new high. Wow, Wall Street is expecting a new record high on revenue, at least over the last couple of years for them. XYZ getting added to the S&P 500. They're looking good on the earnings subscore. EPS growth, revenue growth, that great. PE, not that crazy though. Take-Two, when GTA 6. MP Materials. I'm surprised this name isn't higher on this list. They rank the popular one by the amount of people who set alerts. So that's why it goes up there, but I'm surprised MP Materials is not higher. All right, I guess it's stank. Tempest AI, Nancy Pelosi name. AMD. AM Dizzle. Nice. All right. More of what is chat saying. What does the chat say? Eli Lilly, super bullish. I honestly don't disagree. Johnny V. So did tariffs happen or what's the current update? Yes, the tariffs did happen. We got a lot of tariffs. A lot of tariffs.
Great tariffs. The best, they're saying.
Well, I didn't say that. That was you. These are the tariffs that are now into effect, this whole list. There are a couple others like outside of this. Canada and Mexico aren't on here. There's some stuff going on there. But all these tariffs are in place now, allegedly. So we'll see. As of Friday, August 1st, midnight, tariffs are in place. What can Rocket Lab really do for it to go up after earnings? Yeah, that's not a crazy comment. Not a crazy comment. I haven't looked a little bit of chop here for the last. Yeah. I don't know. Listen, what can it do? I mean, the expectations are not going to be super high for a Rocket Lab. You know, $139 million of revenue. Maybe it's a tech update. Maybe it's a partnership. You never know. These high flyers can continue to fly high. What you need here is whatever people are excited about and whatever the real speculation is here, whether it's satellites and Starlink, whether it's space exploration in the moon, whatever that is, they will give them a reason to speculate, and they will speculate higher on this name. So I wouldn't put them against it. ASTS, interesting. Rocket Lab, I'd rather own over ASTS. To me, the space launch being your moat over the satellite being your moat is I enjoy better. Webull up 2.4% in the pre-market. Bull earnings coming on. Webull coming on second earnings. I think it starts cool back up. Yeah, people are playing this one towards the Robinhood theme. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to own a Chinese broker. And like these Invest in America accounts, Webull has no chance of getting any of those. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't think owning a Chinese broker past the trade is something that I personally want to be doing.
It is registered in the US, though, right? It's Chinese owned, but registered in the US. I feel like it. I mean, to your point about what like Robinhood getting the Invest in America stuff, like
Futu owns a lot of these. Like Moomoo is owned by Futu.
Futu owns Moomoo.
This is another Chinese name. 14,000 of you guys have tuned in so far. Shout out. We got 5 people watching on the Wolf YouTube right now. You guys should subscribe if you're watching on the YouTube right now. If you guys are watching on the X and not following us, if you didn't give this stream a like or anything like that, do you guys enjoy these live streams? Live streams versus spaces. Give me what you guys are thinking, because obviously the spaces we're able to get a couple more people. We could send out the invites to it so we could have 4 or 5 people in here. It might become a little bit hectic. Maybe we try that. But I think that the live chat is such a big difference that I do enjoy this. Definitely, probably, maybe, possibly more than these spaces. And the good thing about these is they can also go up to multiple places. Emp, I feel like I'm at a happy place with how this live stream has gone here. Got a very, very busy week of earnings. Not that much on the macro. We got to look through a bunch of names. Up green a little bit. QQQ up 0.3%. SPY up 0.25%. We're not going this second. Kenvue, Tylenol maker. This was a part of J&J or something. This was a spinoff. I'm sorry, I've not dug too deep into this name either. Ooh, Frank. What's up, Frank?
Oh, Uncle Frank.
See the charts. Frank, if I sent you the invite, you want to join up? You don't have to. All right, invite guest. Let's get a DM over to Frank.
Like Palantir's up pretty nicely overnight. They report tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow after the close. Frank. All right, we'll see if he joins. No worries, Frank. You don't have to. Driving in 15 minutes. Truthfully,
yeah,
we're getting close to my bedtime. I am so tired. We had such a day.
Palantir just hit 2%.
My nieces are in town, so we went to do something in New York City, and it turned into this whole day, insane. And I'm just so tired now. It's insane. Yeah, it's a nice overnight move on PLTR. What do you think about Elf Boot Beauty, the cup and handle? Let's see. Maybe let's zoom out to the 1-day chart. MP, what do you say? Is this what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
This so like a head and shoulder. This kind of feels like an opposite of a head and shoulders, like
inverse head and shoulders. You could call it that as well. Yeah. So your neckline would be up there at those highs, and then that would be your.
Is that bullish?
That'd be
bearish.
Yeah, inverse head and shoulders is a bullish pattern. It's also sitting right on the 50-day. It's touching it again, trying to hold it and bounce off of it. It's on a volume shelf here that I see just looking at it quickly. And yeah, you could call it a cup and handle. You could call it a reclaim and hold. There's several bullish metrics you could look at this and put on here. So I don't know. I mean, feel like maybe it overran itself on the run that it made from 2022 to 2024, but it's hard to bet against beauty products. Didn't they buy Bieber's girlfriend's thing too? Is that them?
It might have been Ulta. I don't know. But
I
Elf
can't remember
tends to
which one
be
it
at the.
was.
It might have been Ulta. I don't know. But Elf tends, I believe, is at the lower end of the market in that space, which in a recessionary environment, people kind of trade down a little bit. So maybe Elf doesn't do so bad in that environment. I believe that is that one. Again, there are certain things you have an advantage in as a female, and that majority of investors are males who don't have great, as great of instincts on this one than maybe a DraftKings or some other that all these guys enjoy to do. I don't want to make fun of anything here, but open door to 82 is that question there. I don't know about that one. Open door at $2.29, up 9% in the pre-market trading, the overnights. So a little bit. It is riding this 50-day over this last in the overnight session, or whatever this is. I bought into rocket companies. Rate cut theme. I mean, not that I don't know. Open Door's not a real company, but they definitely. I don't know. We'll see. Rocket companies, though, I think has a chance to actually play off the theme. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Bro, your ADHD skipped my question again. Let's go back. Where was it? We realized, bro, that was for the thing. Where's the other question?
Yeah, what do we miss? Oh, NVTS.
NVTS. When did I miss it, though?
Right below Airbnb, 7 or like 828.
Gotcha. Navitas. NVTS.
The daily chart, that massive bullish engulfing that we got on Friday, is very interesting. I don't know enough about this company, but it's in the right sector with semiconductors. I may have to ask some of our smart people in spaces about NVTS this week. Navitas. What, reporting earnings tomorrow, maybe? Yeah, there it is. It's
Oh,
right there on your
yeah.
list. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. We'll
I mean,
we'll have to call that one out.
$14 million of revenue, down from $20 million of revenue in the same quarter last year. What's the valuation on
What do
this?
they do, CJ? How do they fit into the puzzle?
Navitas Semiconductor is a technology company specializing in the design, development, and marketing of advanced power semiconductors. The main focus is on gallium nitride and silicon carbide technologies, which are next generation materials that offer significant advantages over traditional silicon chips in terms of efficiency, size, and energy savings. Unique aspects. First company to commercialize fully integrated GaN power ICs. Okay, I don't know any of this. In short, Navitas Power is the transition to faster, smaller, greener, and more efficient electronics across consumer and industrial markets. Let's ask this. Why is their revenue down from the peak?
This was one of the ones that NVIDIA invested in, according to CJ. It's interesting.
Market weakness and demand decline, delayed production ramps. The company has won significant new business, over $450 million in design wins by late 2025. And this is a company with $14 million of quarterly revenue.
Whoa,
What
but
is,
delayed until 2026 is what it
yeah,
said.
what's the market cap on this, though?
Um,
I'm pulling it up.
1.5.
I see 1.8. 1.5, 1.8 billion. Okay, so that's 450 million. Yeah, not as impressive at that valuation. Competitive and macro headwinds, fierce competition from larger established semiconductor firms like Infineon.
Ooh,
I feel like
on.
I've
So they're in
heard
the same category as on, which
price
reports tomorrow morning.
Sorry, revenue is down due to competitive and niche demand. They supply for NVIDIA. I mean, clearly they don't supply that much for NVIDIA, and not to be that guy.
They would be making way more money.
Yeah.
But
When did NVIDIA? You can talk, sorry.
I was just saying, is this Perplexity? Because it's pretty cool.
It is Comet. NVIDIA's high-profile partnership with Navitas is announced the 21st. Officially revealed developing next-generation 800V high-voltage direct consumer HVDC. Does not appear to be directly equity investments, so I don't know if they invested in them. Look at NVIDIA's most recent 13F filing. Do they own any NVTS? For the second, NVIDIA owns Navitas. Interesting. But okay, so it looks like they have a contract to supply some stuff for NVIDIA in the future, and maybe that is part of that like 450, $500 million number. Interesting. We'll see. Maybe you're looking out for an update, but I will keep an eye on Navitas. I clearly don't know much going into it, but this AI is a good tool. And yeah, listen, it happens. I do not take any ADHD meds. I probably should, but we don't talk about that. Oh, we got another person asking about Navitas. Charles, was this you? Or was this you, CJ? Going in on the YouTube? Does anyone know what that's from, for the record? NQ or RTY for Roy? What is Roy?
Rest of year.
Oh. The browser is...
Until you get rate cuts, you gotta temper your expectations on the Russell.
Nice. Okay. Shout out to CJ. Appreciate you for coming over and subscribing. Thank you, sir. Even if you're on the Go on the Wolf YouTube channel and subscribe too, I appreciate you guys. Not as much as if you subscribe to my channel, but it's still okay. Thank you, CJ. Ooh, we got a special guest joining us up here. What is up, Frank? How you doing?
Hey,
Mr.
how are
Frank.
you?
What's up, Uncle Frank?
Better now that you're hanging out with us. How you doing, sir?
Good. Oh, I just missed this little short here. Oh, I was getting on. The little wicks were
I
getting
picked it.
taller there.
Yeah. It's right in that territory too. Like my upside target was right in that area of 960s to 974.
Could you
I
maybe pull up your
picked the
screen?
bottom earlier. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, that's mine that I just took off. Let me actually stop sharing that.
Uh-oh. How do I cancel this? I'm gonna share my entire 49 inches.
Large group. There we go.
How's the weekend, guys?
Weekend was hectic. We got some family in town, but it was good. It was good. How was yours?
Good.
I'm excited for the market to be back.
I was on the beach until 3:30, 4.
Ooh.
It's nice.
This is your midpoint of Friday right here, Frank.
Yep.
Sitting right above it. But yeah, this 970s, this is also in the bigger scheme of things. A lot of times we like to come up and touch these pivot points though, if we at least visit them at some point, but pretty really kill cannibal. We've had like 2 or 3 of these, Frank, that have gotten bought up. It's been kind of interesting. I cherry picked it a little bit. I was longing down here earlier, so I'm pretty much done for the night.
Yeah, there we are, 10-minute 9 right here.
Yeah, it's tough when you look at this and you see, these other big pullbacks and they just start getting bought back up. But when I look at the higher time frame and I see like the 4 hour, for example, here, and you had this type of move down, you should have some type of relief for them to short again. Like
Right.
that would be my thought, would be bounce back up here into this area, maybe 23,100,
Right.
and then get. But it's just because of that the bigger time frame chart. You look at the daily. I mean, 2 big days down 4.5%. You probably come back into these daily EMAs you lost, and then find a rejection point. You don't normally just go straight down this much in 2 days without some type of short covering. It may not be done, but it may take a couple days before it continues.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. Frank, you watch anything going into this week? I mean, we got through some of the big earnings. We were hitting on some of. There's a lot of other names reporting this week, and then it's fairly quiet on the macro front.
By the way, quickly, the browser is Comet. It's Perplexity Comet. Frank, you don't watch earnings, do you?
I do.
Maybe just for fun, but not for the trades.
I don't trade her.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but he's got some positions, and
Oh, we got any names
the
you're
market.
reporting this week?
I covered I was long VIX coming last few days. I covered everything on Friday. All my short stuff I covered Friday. I am long couple Circle 180 calls for the 8th that I bought. I'm just long 2 of them. They were starters Friday afternoon late. Because I think Bitcoin's going to get a little bounce here, which it is. We'll see if that comes back a little. Circles.
Frank, I was talking about this Bitcoin earlier. This is the 50-day moving average right here, and it's also the back test of the high we had back in May.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect back test, 50-day moving average here, and bullish engulfing today out of it. It looks pretty good. Now you probably back test in here and maybe have some issues up here from 115 to 117, but this area could be tricky, but it does look like a bounce.
Yeah, put up Circle, CRCL. Oh, it's up.
I was short 170s and I closed them out on Friday.
Yeah, I bought them at I bought those calls when it was trading at like 168, 169. So I'm long those, a couple of those. I'm long TEM 81560 calls. I think
Owner reports on Friday.
Yeah, Friday. We were just looking at that.
There's a 200-day too. If you were going to try to cherry pick it off of the 200-day.
I'm long Starbucks, September 5th, 90 calls.
That one I'm a little surprised on. Is it?
I think they're doing it. I think the turnaround's happening. It's like the rest of those stocks that have gotten punished. I think they're turning it around. Their numbers were pretty decent. They're bad, but like the turnaround, it looks like it's happening.
Gosh, 6 years ago, trading at the same price.
That's about it.
And trying. I actually bought some Nike recently, Frank, that I'm still holding. I just bought equity only on this, but this one looks like you mentioned turnaround. This is one of the turnarounds that I like.
I am buying also. What else am I buying? I'm buying. American Eagle Outfitters.
Oh, big Sydney Sweeney guy.
Yep. Well, I think that the just the notoriety, they sold out the whole everything that she represented in the commercials. It's sold out. So down here, I'm going to start buying it. I'm long a couple options, but just as kind of fillers. I think I'm going to start buying it tomorrow.
That's 50-day, the exact low day on Friday too. reclaim of the 50-day back test. Do you get this move? Do you go visit the 200-day? That would be the look on that.
Interesting. What do you think? You got any thoughts on PayPal or SoFi or anything like that, Frank? You
I
found
don't
any
like
like
SoFi
fintech type
at
names?
all. I do not like SoFi at all. I won't trade it.
I don't trade SoFi either because it's got the meme stench to it.
Yeah.
Not that much anymore. It's taken it off it. SoFi had great earnings, then off of it they did that share offering,
Yeah.
and then the market recovered off of that, or so it kind of ate it up and digested it, and then the market dumped, which is a little
People
rough.
don't
But
like that when they do that, but that's a sign of a smart group that needs to raise money. I mean, it's a great way to raise money off those.
they were looking at even if they like bought back, or if they like bought back some debt or something, it would be kind of accretive, EPS accretive on the next quarter. So I was seeing
The
some of
chart looks
the
solid.
SoFi fans. Yeah, we'll see it do some work. And PayPal is getting no love.
The problem is 25 like the upper limit that they're gonna smash it down under.
Long boomer tech, says TC. I agree. Waiting for that Honeywell breakup.
I like PayPal, but it's just not really doing a whole lot in this. This
what
isn't
about-
a terrible spot down here, but I like PayPal. I just don't own anything in it right now.
pull up Pinterest. Let's see. CM's been talking about this one. Pin's valuation cheap while profitability turned the corner.
A lot of people use Pinterest, like a lot more than you probably realize. It's an interesting spot that it bounced right here. It's actually a really interesting level it bounced off of, 37, and the 20-day moving average. I don't do anything into earnings.
Look at that daily in SoFi. Ooh, it's not good.
Yeah, that was a quick and fast. The EPS.
Like this, anything up here, you can see how quick they're selling up here, and that's historical where they were selling it. Anything 20, 23 to 25, same thing here. But it's going in the right direction for sure. I mean, you look at this chart. I don't know. I don't really want to bet against it, but I'm not. It just doesn't move the needle for me a whole
What's
lot.
their market cap?
25 billion.
Interesting actually. They no debt, obviously. Revenue goes strong. What's the EPS? I mean, EPS looks solid. What's the gross profit? Let's go to free cash flow. Damn.
BanQ holding right on that halfback.
And what was Pinterest stock doing? I mean, the numbers look pretty good.
Pinterest, it looked terrible. No, I'm sorry. Pinterest looked good. Pinterest looked good. It was SoFi or not SoFi. It was Pins that. Wait. What was the one we just said? PayPal. PayPal was the chart that looked bad. Pins chart actually looks good.
Yeah, the Pins numbers actually look pretty good too.
This is a very constructive. I mean, 20-day moving average. Look at the green line here on my screen, and like bought up, continued to buy up, and then look right where it caught this bottoming green candle on Friday, right off of that, and then I just went ahead and drew a line across, and you can see previous spot where it at least slowed down. You can see previous resistance here. It tried to hold this level back here in 23.
We got Goods Life saying he needs to pass his eval. When the next one, when he passes or whatever, he said he's going short. I don't know how we feel about that, but what code should he use next time? Do we have a code, Wolf?
We're working on it. We've got a bunch of them getting lined up right now for for it's going to be like code Wolf Trading or Wolf or WT. We'll get a whole list of those out for all the different prop firms. That way, you can get the best discount possible.
Using any
This
what
short's not
indicators?
looking too good, by the way. Looking like it's buying the same uptrend. And then here on the 15-minute, holding the half back, pulling above where we had resistance. I think you get this golden retrace, and then yeah, probably 985 up to 23, which is also that pivot point usually gets visited. This is a 233 EMA right here. When you get this extended without touching it, you see this, like we haven't touched this thing in forever. Usually you're gonna work your way back to it. Then it's possibly a short. This looks like it's gonna go hit. My full target will be 974 and I'll be completely done.
Interesting. What indicators do you have on there right now? CJ wants to know.
I use a lot. So like on this daily chart setup, I just have your, like, this is a 20-day moving average. This is the 50 and the red's a 200. I also can toggle on EMAs as well, toggle things on and off. This is the volume profile. So this tells you like where big areas of share accumulation or buying or selling happened. So that I use this kind of as a perspective as well. A lot of times you gravitate towards these levels when you have, like down here, when you had this big hole. And so you see how when price came out of this area right here, see how quickly it shot through this right here. It's because you had a very big gap of where people were not positioned. So that's that. This indicator is just using Friday's range. It just automatically draws some fibs on here for me. Previous day high and low over here. Pivot points is an indicator. This is VWAP with outer VWAP bands, and then this is like a 9 and 21 EMA. The zoom in. This is a 9 EMA. This is a 21. This is one standard deviation from VWAP. So this is like on a smaller time frame. I just use this for like trend watch. And then on this one, I watch more of like the bigger move with the 15-minute chart, and then your daily, like I'm looking at daily stuff there. But yeah, I think this is going to get it to move to this golden retrace at least. My full target was right up here, 974. I think it probably visits this. This is also right at 23,000, which is your psychological level. So I don't know. Once you got over these two highs from Friday afternoon, it's probably going to complete this move up in here. And then honestly, if you hit this tonight, it probably rejects back down and finds something going on down here.
Shout out to, by the way, Profast. Profast guy, I believe, I got an email, sent me
Hey, send me a friend request on
he
GeoGuessr.
sent me a GeoGuess friend request. I haven't been back on. I'll accept it. But shout out to Profast, also saying it in the YouTube chat. Shout out. Let me get this link over to the YouTube. Let me get this posted in the X chat. But X is great. I'm gonna live stream on X, continue here, but obviously I post a lot. So if you're looking for like, hey, how can I just know when these live streams are happening? I just posted the link in the live chats. Go in, check that out. Come to the YouTube. You can also check out the Wolf Financial YouTube channel. Doing some great stuff there. We're gonna play some GeoGuessr here tonight, so that means we can't go for too much longer because I'm gonna need to go to bed. So look, it's hard to find us, right? What are you looking up?
I tried to search for you. I have you over here. Oh, it's just I chucked in Evan. I wonder. Yeah, there's stock market news. I'm subscribed, of course, right there. Stock market news, Wolf Financial, also Wolf Trading. We've got some Maple Stacks that a lot of you guys know. He's going live on our Wolf Trading account here. You can see his first couple streams that he's done using that candle by candle method. So really go subscribe to the Wolf Trading one as well.
Yeah, damn, you guys should have some classes. We're putting some stuff together. Emp, we got a lot of Frank. We got a lot of really great traders, investors, swing traders, long term, super long term investors. You know, whatever. We got the whole gambit of really smart people. So we are going to try and bring more of them
Maple
together. And do
Stacks
some
is
interesting
is
stuff.
live streaming on the Wolf Network.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah,
it's some fun
on
stuff
our
happening.
wolf trading.
Frank, would you want to?
Doing,
Frank, would you want to come onto a live stream every once in a while, hang out in the
Sure.
mornings?
Sure.
And you could mostly just talk, and like you could show your screen too. We could show you to do that. It's easy. Nice. And we might have just booked our first guest on the Wolf Trading live stream in the morning.
Let's go.
Bang bang. But yeah, you should definitely go in and do that. Those are great. Let's
Live streaming on this on
X and YouTube, but it's through Restream probably would be my guess. But most of them, like if it's not this, it's another one called StreamYard or something like that, and they're super easy. Super easy. But it would be this similar type thing.
Yeah, we're looking to grow that visual side of things over on the YouTube as well. So just stay tuned for a lot more live
Look how
streams.
gross that page looks. Like all the things below it, like it just doesn't look good. Go to mine. Still not good. Look at the go to videos. Go to live. Videos doesn't look great. Live looks better. You kind of like the red one there a little bit.
Got a little. What's
52,
happening?
65. We'll see. I'm putting some effort
Look,
into it.
more green than red. That's solid. Market goes up.
It's been a bullish time. Let's get to this comment though. Bro, look at defense stocks. Just in general, they've been running. Wants us to look at NOC and Oshkosh. Genius Sports hits 52-week high in after hours notification I just got. 12:35. Can't stop, won't stop. ProFast guy, we appreciate you being here. Both chats. So I can tell there's a bunch of you just support us going from chat to chat. Love the morning live streams. I will try and do more of them. I'm sorry. It's just listen, motivation. I got to do it. What do you got in front of you?
I've just pulled up that Oshkosh and the Northrop Grumman chart like this.
It's hard to do stuff at 52-week highs, right? I mean, you would just do like Fibonacci extensions or something like that.
What do you even do here? I mean, you could do something like this. Yeah, you're about to hit first target. Your full extension's up there, 635. I mean, it's tough. I mean, if you're in it, there's probably no reason to. You're in price discovery mode. There's probably no reason to really sell a whole lot yet. But if you got in down here, you also know that like, hey, I'm super extended. I mean, look, your 20-day moving average is so far below. Like, I mean, where's price is trading here? Your 20-day moving average. You get 7-8% away from a 20-day moving average, a faster moving average like that. It's usually a little bit overextended. Let me see where's the 9.
Actually, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if this is exactly what you're talking about, ProFast guy. What's that big missile contract Lockheed just scored? I also saw one. Lockheed might have gotten one on Friday. Raytheon got a $50 billion contract with the U.S. Defense Logistics Agency. This umbrella is comprised of basic terms. This might have been similar to what Palantir had, where they had like $10 billion contract, where it just brought a lot of stuff under one. What is happening with Genius Sports? Maybe it is that like NFL Disney deal, but I got another notification about it. Sorry, clear my throat.
Look at this. This is Raytheon.
Yeah, Raytheon got some news now.
Straight up on Raytheon, 130% over the last 2 years. Not even 2 years yet, but that is a strong chart.
Yeah, so they just got a fat contract as well.
And Lockheed Martin's chart looks terrible.
Didn't they have 52-week lows or something kind of recently?
This right here, July 22nd. Yes. It's actually like almost 2-year lows, like October 23 bottom type of lows.
That comment in the chat, I'm looking TIPS ETF. TIP. That looks like I don't know what's happening there, but that doesn't feel right. iShares TIPS bond ETF up 7% overnight.
I don't think I have bond futures.
I don't know. Check front page of WSJ.
Yeah, next down.
Is it moving
BLT
lower right
won't
now?
trade, but during the day. It hadn't opened up yet. The main ones.
OPEC agrees to boost. No, I don't think I'm seeing anything. Yeah, nothing really standing out to me. We're good. Imagine shit hits the fan live.
Well, my overnight charts are all on my other system, so I can't do that look here.
China's choking supply of critical minerals to Western defense companies. That's what the headline you're saying is? Okay. Did come out at 9 p.m. China is limiting the flow of critical minerals to Western defense manufacturers, delaying production and forcing companies to score the world for stockpiles of the minerals needed to make everything from bullets to jet fighters. Well, we could post it. I feel like that's kind of obvious, though. I mean, what do we expect? But
Have you played with Grok's new thing that Elon keeps talking about?
no, I have
I
not.
feel like you should. I feel like you should make your stock market memes come to life.
We'll give it a try. All right, I'm at the point though. I'm close to bed. 9:30. We're gonna call it there. Let's play some. GeoGuessr. Let's play some GeoGuessr. You down?
Yeah, I got like 1-2 games in me.
We got 1-2 games on me too. Frank, I appreciate you being here. You can hang out for this part for sure. I don't. Do you know what
I'm gonna
GeoGuessr
watch
is?
and learn.
Do you know what the game is at all?
No, I don't.
So basically, what it is you get dropped in on like a Google Maps, anywhere on the Earth, and like you have to.
Figure out where it is.
Yeah, and you're like me and Em are gonna play a game together, and like we're playing against other people. And it's fun, yeah. If you're a geography nerd, it is a good time. I forgot how do I play with someone. This is you, yeah.
You have to go in and gotta go to duels or whatever, and then
Team duels, play. Oh wait, yeah.
there we go.
We should try ranked though.
And we tried it last time. We couldn't find a match. Frank basically just drops you in a
Frank, do you
Google
play
map somewhere in the world.
GeoGuessr? I will add me. I sent the request. Profast. I will.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I added him. I just saw it pop up on my screen too.
I actually got a. I got an email. Here we go. Let me close a tab or two.
That's what I was just doing. I was like, okay, I gotta close out some bandwidth here. Close out my trade here too. This pauses for too long. We gotta back out and try again.
Yeah.
I hope I haven't heard from Jordan all day, by the way. Guy must be partying hard.
Hey, listen. Sometimes can have the Sundays to party. That's okay. Leave.
Yeah, what is he gotta?
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
All right, hit play on that. Hey, can you throw our pictures to the side so we're not like covering up part of the screen?
Yeah.
There's one
One
that
day,
like
Jordan
piles
and
them on
I
the
will
right side.
rematch you and crush you. I don't think you want Jordan as your teammate. How is Jordan?
Jordan's like, I don't even. I love Jordan to death, but he's like very average. Maybe below average at this game. At this game.
At this
Make
game.
sure that's clear.
Video game is a little different, yeah.
Waiting for Continental Bridge to start the game. Oh, here we go. All right, bro. Africa.
Guys, you turn around. I'm going forward.
Okay. Near water though, and that looks like a big body of water. I hate when it doesn't let me go super far. Basically, Frank, you have to find signs and stuff and figure out the language and if you can find like a address or.
I see telephone poles and they're made out of concrete.
Yeah, I think they're wooden. Oh, is that no? I think
Oh, those are wooden.
It's English. I can tell you that much, and it says beach. Maybe like Nigeria or somewhere.
How did you go from English and then Nigeria? I have no idea. Is where we're at right now, but. It's all right. If I want to be racist, I'm not going to say
Found
anything.
a village.
I don't think that's racist. Just to make a notice.
Oh, that sign. I can't see it. Let's
Cool.
say the sign.
Dev group nurse project. I don't know that we're gonna get much else from that. Oh shit. All right, you guess Nigeria. Something tells me. Okay.
Oh, Kenya.
Why
did it say
93 points.
It said beach, but it was nowhere near an actual beach.
Oh,
Go
interesting.
figure.
You're
All
right. Oh wait, we gotta get this off the screen. Okay. I'll go straight.
I already did.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around. 2018, somewhere remote. This feels like very nice. Swiss Alps or something, you know? Could be Europe.
Uh-oh, did I get to the end of the road here? What's going
Less
on?
European vibes, actually. This looks a lot more Asian, no?
I was gonna say Southeast Asia.
The Wang Di Chling Resort.
Wait, what is the? Is there a website or country code?
.bt. 975. But .bt. All right, I'm gonna keep going.
It's like Bhutan.
Ooh, this feels Bhutani. I like it. That's our first guess. Good job. Okay.
I'm
that you?
guessing Bhutan.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go more Southeast Asian than for sure.
It's gotta. I mean, BT. What else? What other countries are gonna be?
Boom. These losers thought we were in South America.
Oh, they were. Well, wrong continent there, bud. Damn, I nailed that. BT. Are you going straight or turning around?
You
All
can go straight.
Okay.
What did you do?
Straight.
It's like
Actually, I
it's
can't
an
go
Asian
straight.
country. It's like Japan or China or something.
I could only turn around, so I turned around.
Oh, okay, damn. I turned around too. Bad
It wouldn't let me
communication.
go any. It wouldn't let me go past that bridge right
Oh,
there.
it wouldn't let me
Yeah,
go past
see?
that bridge either. Damn, okay. A border, maybe.
Oh, I got some street signs up here.
They were everything I saw was Chinese or Japanese or Korean. I apologize. Oh my god, I can't go anywhere else outside of this. We're like trapped in this little zone. I don't want to cheat and look at the chat.
Oh shit. For some reason I think it's like Korea. Because it's like a different looking Asian.
Nice, okay. I went for Japan.
Where was it?
It was in Korea.
Oh, nice. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I'll turn around.
Alright. What
God.
is this? All I see is dust.
Someone's losing here unless there's a really obvious side.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing. Dude, we're...
This is actually like this.
Desert.
Well, Imagine if it's
This feels
just
like it
Las
was gonna be
Vegas.
No, this
My
is
guess
gonna
is no.
be-
My head's going like Morocco or like Sahara Desert, but I mean,
It's either there or like one of the deserts in South America.
God, but like there is literally nothing here. I just need one
There's
sign,
no-
some link. We're not even on a road. How did this happen? This is one of the weirder ones we've had. Oh, what was that?
I'm pretty sure the only person traveling down this road is the guy that filmed this, like on his little Google camera.
There's something there, right?
Still not seeing anything.
I'm just trying to find like a building. Like there's nothing.
No, I think a building's lost. We'd see it in such far distance. There is something just changed. All right, it's very temperate, I would say.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
Okay. Bruges. Okay,
Oh no,
we are
that's like
totally
That's
Scandinavia.
like Scandinavia.
How is it a desert though? What just happened?
It's just so far north. It's got to be like Finland or somewhere super far north.
That was fat desert. What just happened?
Was because you went from like probably a certain time of year to another time of year
think this
whenever
is
you
what-
got far enough.
Okay,
I'm just I think I'm gonna just guess Finland, like way up north somewhere.
there's no way they're gonna get that. Guess it. I might. It's gonna be Finland, but like something tells me I gotta put here.
Could be like Norway.
I did it.
Oh, it
Iceland.
was Iceland.
All right,
I was
still
still the
enough. I think we won. Nice.
Boom.
Get wrecked.
This game's
Let's
so
go.
addicting.
ProFast
Frank.
guy has been playing. Dude, GeoGuessr should pay us.
You can get referrals.
All right, one
All
more
right,
game.
play again. Yeah.
I'm out,
You
boys.
we
I got a
appreciate
little
you,
more work.
Frank.
I got a little
you,
more.
man.
All right,
work to
Frank.
do.
See you in the morning.
Okay, guys. Yep. See you in the morning.
Shout out,
We just hit
Frank.
that golden reach race.
If you guys
Oh, I
are
gotta
not
sign
following
quick.
Frank, you are missing out.
Oh boy, what is?
Kiberata. Oh fuck. What's Catan? This makes me feel like we're in one of the stands of the world. Is it English? I got not a fucking clue. We're in an airport though, I mean. Masuk Mobile Aria Parkour. Parkour! I do not have a fucking clue.
This is like
where we
Eastern
are.
Europe.
You think?
Yeah. I just don't know where.
I'm just
in
gonna
the
tell you. I'm
frickin',
just gonna
like,
say it
inside
like
of
it
the
is.
airport.
I'm not looking at Eastern European people. I'm not looking at Eastern
Oh,
European people.
well,
I am
yeah,
going
now
in
that
one of
you
the
said that.
stands. I don't know. Pick it. Just go where you want. Get something on.
Oh, I didn't have time. Yeah,
We were okay.
way off. Well, I saw the people like later too. And I was like, oh man, I couldn't figure that one out.
Oh, he said looks like the Bali airport. Jacob. I'm glad we're not looking at the chat. The chat knew that one. That was us. I'm going straight.
Oh,
Sure.
Jacob was all over it.
He knew that,
Maybe
yeah.
we should cheat.
No, I don't want to cheat. We got cooked there, though.
All right, we're about to make a big comeback here.
Ooh. Oh, okay, no, I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, that tiny little sign.
Bigger one. That is like Russian. That is like Russian. Go Moscow. Yeah, that's fine. All right, Siberia.
Oh, good call. I barely got there. That last one, I forgot you. That like, I
All
forgot
right.
you have to.
We are in something.
English.
Okay. West Point. Like what? Where? Oh my God.
Nairobi.
Shop
Nairobi.
Africa.
It's in
Africa.
Nairobi.
Okay, where is Nairobi? Oh, Kenya.
Boom! Crushed it.
Almost looked like art. We saw
Look at
around.
it come back. I found a truck that said Nairobi on the side, so.
All right, I'm gonna go straight. Early look,
All right, I'll
Africa.
turn. Oh yeah.
Or
What was it?
I saw someone. I was like, this could be Thailand. I've heard like these type of roads are in the west of Thailand. No, I'm kidding.
Come back to Jesus is what this sign says. Oh, here's an ambulance. What does the ambulance say? I
Oh, we're
can't
going the
see
same
it.
way, aren't you? Aren't we? Jesus Power Prayer Ministry.
What is this?
All right, we gotta hit something. All right. Oh, I didn't get it. Let me get us in. Oh, did I? I knew it was gone.
Oh no, we got smoked.
Oh,
we're
so
Dude,
bad.
my second guess was right.
All right, go. I'm gonna go turn around. I've choked here, by the way. I've choked really hard. All right. I'm feeling like some remote ass fucking place like Alaska or like Alto Policia,
Oh, this is gonna be
South America.
South America. It's Spanish.
Precaución vía en construcción.
Why can't I move?
What do you think? Like Peru?
Yeah, maybe. Probably like Peru or Bolivia. I'm gonna put Bolivia. Peru, Paraguay, Bolivia, one of those. Chile.
Damn.
No
Oh,
way.
that's
We just
enough to
lost
kill
on
us.
that.
One more.
Yeah, we gotta play one more. We can't even go on a loss.
I'm hungry.
Oh man, I nailed Bolivia though.
Oh, Chile, come on. DR is like
it was
Chile,
Bolivia.
guys. It's Chile. Are looking for KSS headquarters. What the F, guys? It's tough. I'm choking. I was so much better last time. I'm not doing good today.
If you would have guessed where I would have guessed when we both were there, we might have won it.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Less hedging bets, more doubling
I
down.
think you got to double down. Yes.
Yeah. Coral Med, officing hours, contact, blah blah blah.
Jumping
Dark
Castle.
Dackies, Jumping Castle for hire. I'm gonna turn around. Ooh, there's a sign there.
Gotta be Africa, the way that last name of the hardware store looks like.
Chumana Primary School. Winnie's. Nana's Beauty Hair Salon. Give me location, guys. The Mafawake Hardware.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Like, that's gotta be. I don't know. I'm guessing Ghana. Oh, South Africa.
Yes.
There we go.
They knew though.
They must have found something. I'm going left.
Horses right behind us. This is nice.
This looks like Europe. Hold on. No, this street's way too wide to be Europe.
Seeblick Weg. Seeblick
Oh,
Weg.
Bergassi Street? Is
Denk.
this like French Canadian?
Fam Denk Blumnog. Okay. I'm getting. Okay, are we also exceedingly low? Am I getting like a Dutch or like a Belgian vibes?
Yeah, it's
Never
gonna be
been.
Dutch. Oh yeah, Landhaus. It's either Austria or Germany. Austria or Germany?
I kind of. All right, I'm not gonna doubt you again.
Well, it had house like Haus. So it
I
was
don't know. There's
German.
something that felt like a lowlands. All right. Lotera de la Provincia, Agencia La Trans.
Yeah, it's Spanish a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna go down that road. Flags, Argentina.
Argentina?
Yeah, I mean everything's about Buenos Aires. Dude, if that's not the Argentinian flag, I'm fucked. But look at my screen.
Man.
Okay. Damn, a lot of paper cuts.
Did they guess closer?
I have to be here for and the Bills. I'm a fan of the Bills. I can do it. My Jets are going to be okay this year. Looks Russian. I could be just tripping there. Pit stop. This is definitely. I mean, I guess it could be one of the stands.
It's Russia for sure.
All right, so definitely not just like right around Moscow. Where'd you put?
They just
Something makes me think.
go closer
There's
to go like down towards Ukraine. Ukraine, Russia.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Very good. That didn't feel okay. You know what made me go that way? It was like this did not feel that nice.
It was still Russia. At least I got that part right.
All right, this looks beautiful. I'm gonna turn around.
All right.
This looks. Is this what side? What type of sign is that? 70 kilometers. So this is definitely America. Road is Mossbruft. GA with lines above it. Gasambala. Gasambala. I'm feeling lowlands again. I'm feeling Netherlands or okay, wrong Boda. It's gonna either be the Netherlands or it might be like Denmark or something or one of these ones.
Yeah, I guessed.
Okay,
Okay, not bad. My son's helping us, dude.
this is a
Big
game.
geography guy.
Yo, what's up?
Say hi.
I'm gonna
Right
turn
there.
around. Hello. Ooh. Road name. This feels like an American sign. Pleasance Road.
Aquí, mira.
We're in America. That's an American
Aquí,
sign.
sí, aquí estoy. Like we're gonna find out where we are.
Definitely in Los
Where are we?
Estados Unidos.
Oh, Are we?
I thought so. I mean, the signs were in.
Matiere? No, those aren't. That's not a speed limit sign from the US. Ohura Mokau Road? Yokio? I don't know. Let's see, we got maybe a business.
Old white man. Narrows it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Just so
thank
we're all
you.
on the same page.
Looks French.
There's really not American signs. Are you kidding me?
But that's English. Well, look at the speed limit signs. That's English too, though. But Canada?
Hukarimu Stream.
Or are we way off? It's gonna be like New Zealand or Australia.
It could be. Honestly, what if it was South Africa too? But like that one feels.
This looks more like probably Australia, New Zealand, if I had to guess. Just looks.
At some point, once they guess, that's our Hail Mary. That in Canada.
I'm just gonna put the pressure on them. I'm going.
No.
I'm gonna go New Zealand.
Let's give us like give me another minute.
Okay. Sometimes it takes this long. You just put the pressure on them, and they just have to make a random guess.
I want one good sign. All right.
They guess, so I'm guessing. Oh no! Don't guess! Don't guess! Look.
Wait, you did guess? Oh, you did guess.
Boom.
Nice. Boom! You should have. Good job.
Oh, I just crushed
Get
it.
out of here. Let's
Boom! Say boom!
go. Boom!
DR was with the New Zealand. There
Let's
we
go. All right.
All right.
That was a fun time.
I'm done.
Boom! 2 times, not once. The
We-
two-time champions of
We-
GeoGuessr.
We bring the
We bring-
boom!
that okay, GeoGuessr. That brings 3 big booms. Okay, we're gonna try it again.
Can you say boom?
2 W's on GeoGuessr deserves 3 big booms, if you ask me. Boom! 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 Boom!
He's saying boom to you.
Hi.
See?
Hola.
Say hi, Evan. Evan,
I'm
say hi,
waving.
Evan.
You can't see me. Hi. We appreciate y'all for coming in and hanging out with us on this Sunday. Emp doing his best, always killing it with us. We appreciate you, Emp. We appreciate the little guy too. Thank you all for being here.
Can you say bye-bye?
Bye bye.
Wait, say bye-bye. Look, right there. That's you right there.